Hello and welcome, hopefully back to the White House kitchen where we are going to prep some farro for the week. So if you've never used farro, let me tell you a little bit about it. Now I'm not like super educated on all the grains, y'all. Other than pressure cooking, it's supposed to help take out some lectins and some stuff that might not sit well in your bellies. This is a 1 cup. Our stainless steel 1 cup measurement. I'm using this for the farro. I'm your weird friend. I do say weird things, but I don't always say what the captions say that I say. So I'm going to pour it in. You can also scoop it. I think that's what it's called. Stainless steel 1 cup scoop, maybe. Strawberry snacks. That's 3/4. We're almost at a cup. You can also spoon it in. Or you can look at the gram measurement and see about it. Is there one? 45 grams, 1/4 cup is the serving size. So, that's what I wanted to tell you. I'm your weird friend. I don't eat rice because I had a very bad experience with rice as a child. And every time it hits my mouth, I'm like, whoa, my stomach turns. So, not that you needed sound effects, but that's what you get here. I'm going to use the multi-cooker, so AKA if you have like an Instant Pot or any way to pressure cook some stuff, that's basically what I'm doing. I don't know how much broth I have. Hopefully it's still good. I need strawberry snacks. Well, I got a hair in my water, so let me dump this. Make sure the hair is not there. I'm going to pour in the broth because I like to layer flavor. Excuse me. And I prefer to use bone broth if I can for the extra nutrients. So we have almost a cup. What I basically need is 2 cups of liquid to cook our farro in. Farro is similar to rice. It's just psychologically, y'all, I'm messed up about the rice. So I don't do it. But the farro is almost like a fluffier oat. And it goes really well with some veggies. So I poured that in. We're done. I forgot to tell you, silicone prep bowl comes with a set of 3. They also have lids. I have 2 sets. I love them so much. And the reason I love them so much is you can pour them from the side. You can squish them and pour out. Like, they pour super duper well. I'm also going to add, I told you I like to layer flavor. I'm faux shizzle. Telling the truth there. So I'm going to add, let's do a tablespoon. And then I'm going to press a little garlic up in her. This is our herb and onion seasoning that's like really great on a roast. I have a coffee rub that is too. That came in taste buds. I don't think it's available for all the peeps. Like, I think it's exclusive if you're a subscriber. Just added a tablespoon because I want the flavor. Where's my garlic press? Got a couple draws. This spot always gets me, y'all. The reason I'm using a garlic press is because I am your lazy friend as well. Peeling's on it. You can peel it if you want to. Lazy friend. Lazy, weird friend right here. It's in. I'm going to push it real good through the peel. So, here we are. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. I just want to add a little bit of extra flavor. Do we want our biggin? Let's get our biggin out today. We like them big. There's a song called Big and Chunky, and that's what I always think of. It's from the movie Madagascar, so it's a child's cartoon, not an off-color song for the most part, I don't think. Just giving you some history there, what I'm saying, so that you know it's a kid thing. This feels a little bit squishy. Do I need to use the scoop loop? I'm going to use our little paring knife. Y'all, I got knives galore. I have the whole set of our coated knives. I actually really, really like it. So careful. I'm just going to cut around. I have read and heard that if you stick, I'm not talking about peppers now, like a wet, damp paper towel or cloth near when you're cutting up an onion, that it's supposed to help with the tears. Although I swear I have done that and I've had like pools of water. I'm still a crybaby when it comes to an onion. I'm just cutting it down the side now because the seedage isn't coming out so easily for me. I just stabbed myself in the hand. Thank goodness I have my sweater on. Okay. We'll peel it off. So this is actually how I like to cut them whenever I'm going to, whoa. Should have got my big cutting board out. So I'm going to slice up this. There we go. Usually I can slice it and then pull this right out, but it's super attached and I was trying to tear a hole in my pepper. But what I was trying to tell you before it scrambled my brain is that I like to cut these in half and roast them as well to like do a stuffed pepper situation, because I'm not the biggest fan of a bell pepper. And if I am going to have bell peppers, I might really prefer the colored ones, not the green ones that are not ripe. I'm done. Let me put this on and get it going. And I just want to have most of the elements ready to go because I haven't decided if I'm going to saute the vegetables or roast them in batches in the air fryer or just toss them all together in a sheet pan or our stone bar pan. My husband always hears barf and I'm saying bar, B-A-R. I'm going to put this on steam and do 10 minutes. So I'm turning it down from 15. Here we go. Hold the button in. That's going to go. So that's going to be cooking while we get stuff done. And then I'll put it in a bowl or a container and have it ready to go. We're going to do our onion last because I cry a lot when I cut onions up. I have a vegetable bag over there. Now I'm just going to cut this down the middles. Maybe. Wow, this is a really tough farmer's market with zucchini. I do the weird peeling because I like a little color. The Hubs really like squash more than zucchini, so of course we're going to throw a squash in here for him. I actually don't know that I have a preference either way for myself. Oh no! Hold. I gotta wash this. You get all kinds of sound effects here. I should have grabbed me a paper towel. So I'm gonna have a little bit of some wetness. Anyhow, I'm gonna cut this neck off because I'm cool with that size, and then I'm gonna cut this in half. Is that dirt? I don't know what that is. Okay. So here we are. We have this ready. I'll do the onion last. You don't have to stick around for that if you don't want to. I might press that into all the vegetables and just store them together in a bowl. I have not decided. I'm very indecisive today on how I'm storing it and if I'm going to roll right into cooking it or if I'm going to wait, because I almost would rather have them prepped fresh, but I also want to be fast. So sometimes I'm like, what do we want to do? I'm going to twist this and let it come up, and then I think I'm just going to slice these and not do all the thrillers. And so what I mean by that, let me show you. Scooby Snacks notifications. This is your thickness. These are your thrillers. So that's like fry, that's shoestring fry, and this is thick. No, I lied. That's pretty thin, and then we get thicker. So I'm going to go with a 4, so we're in between 0 and 8. Can you see that? Yes. Okay. Sorry. I have to go around on the other side of the phone to see what you can see. Now I'm going to move this down. I'm going to get my squash out of here, left over, that was stuck in it from cleaning that I didn't look at. Okay. We'll get this in. This is dried up. Not squash, but like the peel. We have dried up peeling. We're going to keep it real over here. Now, I'm going to come over here and see if you can see me operate it. No, I need to move further back. I just don't want to, you know, spend all the time showing y'all stuff and then you can't see it. And since I'm not giving you the backwards view and watching myself. I will not know if you're messaging me, but I will catch it later. So I just want to make sure that I'm doing it the best for you to see it. Okay, you can see that. Let's push it real good. So I did it one. That's going to be the thickest part. And I'm good with that only because I know zucchini and squash usually shrink up if they're roasted or when they're cooked. I want them all to cook pretty evenly on time. However, I also don't want them to be so teeny tiny that it's just like mush up in there. And then I might throw on some thriller or turn it down for thinner slicing for our onions. Onions last because I'll be a hot mess and I'll be frying and I don't even have a paper towel handy for that. So here we are. Let's shake it real good. And I think since I'm just going to mix her all together, I'm going to go ahead and put the onion on top. And I'll slice it thinner. Get these out. Boop. They smell good. Oh, didn't shoot. Okay, so turn in the dial to thinner. Got one hand. There we go. I might need to dump some of them out. So I'm going to go with a 2 on our onion, and I'm going to scratch my nose. Get this bowl out here instead of using our 5-cup bowls. What is this, 4 liters? 16-cup bowl? I don't think it's going to be 16 cups, y'all. But I would rather do this and have it all together, and I might even olive oil it and have them soaking in the olive oil, or all the flavors getting all married up in there. Freshy. Oh, let's move this ouchie way. So we're set on a 2 for a slice. Oh, snap. I'm putting it back on 4 because I forgot. I think it's on a 4 to slice this one up. There we go. Let's get this slice out. Boop, the floof. Now, let's go to 2. There we go. Now it's ready for onions for real faux shizzles. And we'll go ahead and, I think I'll throw the poblano in with it because I think I'm just going to cook it all together for a little extra flavor. The only thing I'm not prepping ahead for this dish is our tomato. So I want the tomato to be cut and go in there fresh, because once I usually cut into a tomato, I put it in the fridge. I prefer to store them out of the fridge for maximum actual flavor of a tomato. Come on. And I don't want to take that flavor away by storing it in the fridge. So I'd rather do that when we get ready to cook it, or add it at the last minute for the warming of our dish. And also I'm going to be adding cream cheese and some Parmesan to it, so it's going to be like a creamy Farro dish. All right, let's cut this in half and let's get it sliced up, and then I'll let y'all go. Okay, our Farro is cooking. Oh, I gotta press the rest of that garlic. I'll show you that. I'll cry like a baby here in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my poblanos in there. And this. It ain't going. Push it real good. There we go. It's going everywhere. You can also put some water in your container if you wanted to. I just don't want splashies everywhere, but if you have like a potato and you're going to let them sit and you're afraid they're going to turn pink or something, you can do that, or you want to rinse some of the starches off. You can do that. I'll move my onion back, and I'm going to stick this poblano down. There we go. I feel like it actually gets in there and gets cut up when the onions and the lost that. Okay. So we're pretty good here. If you have juicy veggies like tomatoes, you might want to put a paper towel under, shake it, under your mandolin. I have a little bit of juice, I believe, from the onions. I can't believe I'm not crying yet. So we'll lay it down. We'll clean that in a little bit. We have our onion ready. It can go in here. You season it however you want to. Now remember, I'm going to press some garlic in here, and then I'm going to grab our olive oil and throw some in there. I say throw. We're going to faux shizzle drizzle and toss it all around. I almost left that onion in there. And then we'll figure out what we're doing with the veggies. So I will say, if you are pressing the garlic and you're leaving the peel on there, which you can leave it in there, but some of that garlic stays in the peel. I like garlic a lot, so I would err on the side of, I'm going to use an extra clove at least, so that I get a little extra garlic for the proper amount for whatever I'm making, if we have garlic measurements. I feel like garlic measurements are a starting point for garlic, because you can always use more and it'll just be that much more delicious, because garlic is the shizzity shiz nickety. Here we go. We're all pressed up. I just grabbed 4 cloves. We'll just throw this in here. Our pressed goose. And then I'm going to use the back of this knife to kind of cut it off of here. You can also use our garlic brushy doodad that comes with it. And then I'll show you this peel. See, there's a little bit of garlic in there. But the good news is you don't have to peel it if you don't want to. You just got to fish it out. I mean, I assume you got to. I don't guess you have to. You can throw it in the dishwasher if you wanted to. I just don't want to run it a few times. Now my fingers are going to smell so deliciously like garlic. A little bit of sarcasm. Let me grab the olive oil so I can toss this all around, and some tongs, and show you the olive oil vinegar dispenser. And then I'll let y'all go. Message me the word for the live. I went for tongs instead of oil. That'll work. Word for the live. How about Farro? So message me. There's a link in the description. The first link in the description is one to message me on Facebook Messenger. There's also a text or a number you can text me in there, if you would prefer to text instead of using Facebook Messenger, or if you don't have Facebook Messenger, you can message me the word Farro, and that will enter you into this month's giveaway. Now remember, all these veggies are going to go with our Farro with a little fresh tomato but cooked, and we'll season it up when it comes time to cook it. We're also going to add some Parmesan and some cream cheese for a creamy, Farro-y vegetable situation. Hopefully with some chicken or something the hubs is going to grill. Don't get me lying on what that is right this second. I just know I really want this dish. And it goes really great with pork chops. I can imagine it's going to go wonderful with chicken or really anything. And I may have to prep some more veggies this week for just some grain bowls and whatever protein we put on top. Much like I would do, not quite just like I would do a cheesy potato bowl, but I feel like the grain bowl with veggies could be like a potato bowl elevated maybe. I don't know. Cheese sauce is delicious. Anyway, message me the word Farro. I'm going to lid this and get it in the fridge until I decide I want to cook it. I think that's it. So oil and vinegar dispenser, the Rapid Prep mandolin. This comes in our set of stainless steel mixing bowls that have the anti-slip. I think this is silicone on the bottom, and they have a lid that fits perfect in there, and they can sit on top of each other. I always use silicone prep bowls for pouring and oftentimes for measuring if I'm not being super precise with the scale, which is my preferred method. Cutting board, chef's knife, paring knife, tongs, garlic press. I always peel and don't show y'all, so sorry. I feel like I'm trying to save you time, or save us time. I don't want to keep you here watching me peel stuff. Anyhow, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Message me the word Farro to be entered into this month's giveaway. I reckon, hopefully, I will catch you tomorrow where I'll be reminding you about some Tune In Tuesday situations where Pampered Chef goes live at 7 p.m. every Tuesday, and they do giveaways and sometimes discount codes. All right, for real letting you go, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Message me.